Hello everyone, I'm Chestic44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Horizon Forbidden West. Last episode we made our way to see what we could find down here. Turns out, Elizabeth Sobek was here, or the clone of Elizabeth Sobek, and is still alive. We now have information that tells us that Far Zenith happens to have Apollo, Artemis, and Eleuthia. But she managed to steal the extra Gaia kernel from them, so they don't have that and can't make use of it. However, they've made their way down with a couple defensive things, so we need to get out of here quick as we can.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Agreed. Fortunately, we've dealt with one of their machines, and now we know how to do this. How to take care of them.
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
That's the idea, and now we know. Acid is how we take this thing
That
down.
doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire. It's got some kind of shield. Sneak around behind it.
Which I think I can do this way.
Slow crunching it is.
Yeah, this way I'll be able to get to it. We do have a weapon over here.
Heavy weapon. I could use it against the Spectre.
I'm gonna make use of that in a minute. First things first, I gotta get close to behind it, where I think I'll be able to do some heavy damage to it.
Shield's down! It's on the move! It's
Okay,
down.
there is at least some damage. Pick this up.
Hey. Without fear.
Okay, it's got acid on it. Just what I needed.
Aloy, you need this.
I will. I got this right now.
Aloy, get out of
Ow, 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 ow. Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
there. You need help, Aloy?
Little bit.
You got his weak spot. Picked the wrong fight.
Okay.
Go down.
It's taken some damage. Okay, it's got the acid on it. Ow, ow. Where is that other thing? It was around here somewhere. Jeez. It is taking damage, that is the plus side.
A heavy weapon. That could help.
There. I can make use of this. Ow. Bitch. Bitch. I have no intention of it, but I'm gonna make use of that heavy weapon because a Ravager gun, that's useful. That might be useful too. Ow! You bitch! Get away from that cannon! Ow!
Take it like a man. Or a woman.
Okay, it doesn't
Sorry,
see me, that's a good thing, but...
How do you like me now?
Hi! There we go. Alright. Should have made use of that before.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
So how are you getting her down the mountain that you climbed down? Still, Aloy, now you see the positive thing here.
Works. Maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Okay. Well, let's make our way up. I am going to loot everything I can here. Not much else I have to do regarding making weapons, but still, that heavy weapon helped. These things are tough, but acid is indeed the way to take them down, to take them out. Oh, I'm full on wood. Good. There we go. Now, let's see if we can figure out anything on this very special weapon.
No.
Crap.
Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing.
Alright, I guess we're gonna go to the next
I
thing.
need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too.
I got everyone
Whoa.
to check up on.
Where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
I'll check there in a minute.
Seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache? Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that ale.
Oh. Hope it didn't get stained.
Huh. Erend, you have something to say,
Erend?
apparently?
You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
Right, there's two of you now. Well, at least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying.
Companions.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state.
And your training.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms.
Oh, lightning
It
rods.
reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
More to say?
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. but I'll get up to speed. I promise.
Okay, so
I have to get
spoke to him a bit
Don't go causing
soon.
too much trouble.
We'll go
Aloy.
speak with that in a bit.
There are more supplies in the chest.
Thank you for that. And I am going to... I will go there later. Let's head downstairs, see the clone.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
Yeah, probably
talk
wise.
to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information.
About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you?
Slow down, Aloy.
Let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so... the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Oh yeah, clearly. Alright, so... how about we start with your escape?
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
Tell me about it.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
But Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. And I distracted Verbaina long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers.
And the Gaia root kernel?
I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me.
Well done.
Okay, so that answers that. Tell me about your origins.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing?
The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA.
I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
Okay, makes sense. Tell me of the archive.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive,
Huh.
would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
Knew it.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating.
Okay, so tell me about the Zeniths.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them?
They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know.
If that's the case, so the guy in charge has 3 others who follow him. One likes hurting people, so despite hating him, he'll probably not be able to be convinced. One of them is dead, but it's entirely possible that she'll have a clone that'll show up. I wonder if we'll be able to convince the third to help us.
You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony.
Tell me about the colony, then.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too.
Alright, so tell me Zenith's plan for Earth. I mean, we kind of figured it out, but let's hear it from you.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded, too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
So what's your role in the Zenith plan? Although it's kind of obvious.
The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do.
reboot Earth for their own benefit.
Tell me about the extinction signal, then.
So you know about the extinction signal?
It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her.
Yeah, well, surprise.
I'll let you rest, then.
All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now! Coming
Easy
here was
there.
a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing! They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, are going to die. Hey, calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay, well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
Okay, then.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
Aloy.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
What do you mean the feeling might be mutual? Come on, Aloy.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Yeah, I will, very soon. I have a feeling she has nothing more to say at the moment. No, she has nothing more to say. Okay. Let's see if the people upstairs have anything more to say here.
Pizza?
Apparently it tastes worse the longer it takes to be delivered.
Huh.
Or something like that.
Maybe you can find the recipe?
I think it was just flat bread. With cheese. And some sauce.
I like it already.
Yeah, something like that. Anything to say, Varl?
Hey, you and Erend okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing. It's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
You know, I'm disappointed that she didn't ask, do I really sound like that? Speak of companions.
How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost.
Yeah, I
Then
get that.
Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
Close enough.
I see everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place.
Yeah, I agree. Having some plants in here could help. Well, the problem is there's no sun, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. Speak of your training.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, Doesn't sound like a
That's
good time.
taxidermy. That's something completely
Maybe that I can help
different.
you find something else. I should get back to the wilds.
His heart's in the right
I'll keep an eye
place,
on Beta.
but he kind of
Make sure
missed
she's
the point a bit there with stuffed animals. Like I said, you're thinking of taxidermy. That has a completely different purpose. All right, Zoe, you have anything to say?
Aloy,
Hey, thought I'd, check in on how you're doing.
you mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
She may.
Maybe.
Speak of
You
companions.
said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
And your training?
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life,
That is true.
as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again.
Anything else?
Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those Stormbirds in line.
All right.
I need to get going.
And we got one
May
more
the
to
land
talk
bloom
to.
in your steps.
Over in the game room, I believe. Let's see, where's the game room? That was information, that's personal rooms. There it is.
Looks like some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
Oh,
Useful war map.
a war map, eh? That's interesting. Not what I expected.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Aaron brought in, she's related to you.
It's hard to explain. She's more of a copy.
Good. If she's anything like you, we've just gained reinforcements.
Maybe.
That is one way to look at it. You have something to say on the Tanakh. No, you do not.
I
Companions?
heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tanakh territory with that Karja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
I'm sure we'll find her eventually.
Have you had a chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
Okay. That gets some of the Tanakh's respect. Your training?
You said you were training with the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I doubt anyone
I'm with you
would.
there. Getting Ether out of the Grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hikaro's mission for peace is the correct path, for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
All right.
I need to go.
On your way then.
So we have multiple groups here that we have to deal with. I mean, this is interesting that they turned the game room into a place to basically war maps and the like. This I find very interesting. This is an interesting design. Wonder what it's for. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and end this episode here. Next episode, we'll go talk to Gaia and see what she has to say. I need to pick things from my from the cache.
I can restore access.
So yeah, next episode, we'll go speak with Gaia and see what else we can learn or what other information we can get out of this. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I am Chester44. I'll say name is Fly. That is Aloy. This has been a Let's Play of Horizon Forbidden West, and I shall see you all next time.